Around 2018 I bought myself a CONNEX Slim Book computer. Well, actually I also bought a CONNEX SwiftBook computer, and I made videos about setting them up, and well, I must say in the comments a lot of people were complaining about their CONNEX computers. Seems they have all kinds of problems. A lot of people just say to stay away from CONNEX computers. And in 2020 I did another video on my CONNEX computers, a review video reporting on how well they served me up until that time. And I must say I didn't have any problems, me myself personally. I love them. My favorite of course was the CONNEX Slim Book computer. But I had a look at other people's review videos on CONNEX computers, and I must say it was simply chaos. I mean, there was somebody who said she bought a CONNEX computer and it literally started bursting out of its seams.
This side, it started to literally expand. It literally expanded to such an extent that you couldn't even close the laptop. Each time it was expanding, it was breaking. It's broken. It's cracked. Just look at this, guys. Even the charger thing, it cracked.
They didn't design it properly on the inside because the sound vibrates some way, so it probably means that it's not escaping in an efficient way, so there is a bit of distortion.
It would get really hot, and I was like, this is definitely a battery problem, but they should have solved this.
It's not the strongest laptop.
It switches on and only goes on for about 10 to 15 minutes. When this heats up, gone.
Yeah, it's just a very bad experience that I had on the customer service side or with this laptop in general.
Others also complained that the computers just switch off. A lot of them asked me in the comments, what are these problems all about? Unfortunately, I didn't have answers for them because, well, I had absolutely no idea what causes the problems of the computer just showing a black screen or just turning off and not wanting to turn on, or the computer bursting out of its seams. That is until last night. I think now I have some insight on what caused it. I think it's the battery. Now, how did I find that out? Well, last night we had load shedding, but that was not a problem for me because I had the computer still fully charged. The battery was still fully charged, with it not getting any electricity through the power cable. I turned it on and it turned on, and then suddenly just poof, it turned off. Well, I just assumed the battery had run down, although I was under the impression before that the battery was fully charged. But well, if the computer switches off, that means the battery is not working. Is the battery flat? Well, a little bit later I was writing at the same desk and I thought, well, I'm just imagining something. And then later I realized I'm not imagining it. Can you see something weird about this? Let me see if I can show it to you here. See here. But actually this is what I saw. You see something there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bump here. Do you see something odd? I don't know if it's showing that well on camera, but here there's a bump. And also at the bottom, I noticed later, it's like expanding. So anyway, what is causing that? Well, it turns out it is the battery. How did I find that out? Well, the computer still works. If I turn it on, see, it's also not standing very steady on the table now. It was still working when I turned it on, and I went online and searched for what causes a swollen laptop. Well, the answer was pretty clear. It is the battery. Tell you what I'll do. They say not to turn the computer on when the battery is swollen like that, so I'm not gonna turn it on now. What I think I'll do is I'll remove the battery and then work it off of power, and then I'll show you some of the stuff people say about what's causing it and how dangerous it is and what to do in such a case. And I'll edit that footage in here.
Right, what can the internet tell us about this? As lithium-ion batteries age, the chemical reactions that produce power no longer complete fully, resulting in the creation of gases that can cause the battery to swell. Additionally, manufacturing errors or damage to the membranes that separate the internal layers of the battery can also lead to swelling. The most common cause of a swollen battery is overcharging. Keeping a battery at a high state of charge, according to She, can stress it out. Yeah, I think that's what happened to mine. I was keeping it charged all the time because it was plugged in all the time. Laptop battery swelling happens when the battery is no longer able to correctly carry out the chemical reaction necessary for power. If you suspect your battery is swollen, don't charge your device. Run the battery down as low as you can. Don't leave your device connected to a charger all day. Alrighty. Swelling can also result from a manufacturer's defect. Mechanical damage to the battery, such as striking a hard surface and denting the casing, can cause a swelling condition, as can exposure to excessively high temperatures. Do not discard the battery in the trash or elsewhere. Doing so can severely injure the health of sanitation workers who may come into contact with the battery, as well as the environment. Instead, always dispose of batteries, swollen or not, at an authorized battery disposal facility. Many computer repair locations have the equipment and procedures. A swollen lithium-ion battery may start to smoke or even catch fire. Here's a computer that even looks somewhat like mine. A swollen lithium-ion battery may catch fire or explode. Proceed with extreme caution. When you discover a bulging battery, unplug the device immediately and turn it off as soon as you can. Smartphone or laptop battery could explode.
Alright, are you well informed about the matter now? Now, some people say, of course, it's very dangerous, it can explode, so you shouldn't tamper with it, just take it to a computer repair shop and let them replace the battery. And also the battery needs to be disposed specifically as e-waste, because you don't want the toxic stuff to be like in the environment. So what are we gonna do? Well, tell you what I'm gonna do. As I said, I want to work it off of power henceforth, because I don't really travel with this computer. It usually just stays at my desk, so the battery is not really essential. Maybe I'll buy a new battery later, but right now I just want to take this out and then work it off of power. You can see also if I close it. See, look here. It's not really closing tightly anymore. So, can I remove it myself? Well, I think so. It's got pretty standard screws at the bottom. Let's see if we can remove the battery ourselves or if it's gonna explode in my face. You see here, it's pretty standard screws, so they shouldn't be too hard to remove. By the way, I'm absolutely not technically literate. So what's gonna happen here? I have no idea, but we'll remove all the screws. QC, it says there. I take it there's a screw. They do that so they can see if somebody opened it. This compartment here is not for the battery. As far as I know, that's for a spare hard drive. Some of these screws are pretty hard to remove. This one, for example, will not budge. Let's try another one. Is it coming? Yes, it's coming. Is the computer open now? Oh, there's another screw that came out. Oh, this screw actually broke off and it fell. Did it break off? Did we get it from there? I wouldn't recommend tampering with your own computer like this if you don't really know what you're doing, but I'm gonna take a chance anyway. Alrighty, well, that seems to be all of them. Now, how do we open this? Let's see if we turn it around. Oh, some of the screws fell out. Why are some of them so short? They're really just a little nubby. Looks like it broke off, but it didn't. Now, can we open it? Ah, yes, you see there. Ah, there we go. But why is it now giving so much trouble? Why isn't it just going off? Did we miss a screw? No, we got that screw. It is out. Yeah, all of them are out now. See, I just don't want to break anything here now. Alright, well, this is the moment of truth. Are we going to sacrifice this computer forever? Or can we actually open it and user service it? Why is it still stuck? Oh, I wonder if it isn't this spare hard drive compartment. I think I'll open that also, in case its screws is still keeping the thing together. And what does that even look like? Let's see, in case you were wondering. Oh, that's what it looks like underneath there. There is probably where you plug in the hard drive stuff. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it was indeed that was keeping the thing together. Ah, and the flap came off. In case you were wondering what it looks like inside, there's like shiny rose gold paper. And there's little sieve. That's of course where your speakers are on the other side. Yeah, 2 pieces of sieve. Now, okay, yeah, I can see what is the battery. Let's see. See, here it says rechargeable. What is that? Li polymer battery. Rechargeable Li polymer battery model and NOM 3.8 volt max voltage, and so on and so forth. Date 2018-12. 2018-12. Can that be? Because I thought I bought the computer in 2018, but maybe I bought it in 2019 then. Caution! Use specified chargers. Do not disassemble or repair the battery. Do not expose to high temperature. Keep away from water to prevent short circuit. Exposing battery to open flames can cause explosion. Okay, and you can see it is indeed swollen, but they say that's normal. I mean normal as in for the safety features. They make it so it can swell from the gases that leak out, but the gases cannot escape. They are still in this little pouch here. But of course this pouch must not be punctured, because there's toxic gas and toxic whatever in there. But can we disconnect it? There's a little something, but it seems they made it so it cannot really be taken off, or can it? I think these wires are permanent. Can we remove it now, or what's keeping it together? Is it this little screw there, maybe? It looks like there were screws there, but they are no longer there, or maybe there never was, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose what we should do is loosen this, loosen that, and loosen. There's another one hidden there. What is this now? Little piece of metal. Oh, but before we do that, let's just see where it is connected. It seems here it is connected. What is this? Just tape, or what? Yeah, tape. Tape and wires that seem to be going into the battery, so we probably need to disconnect this. Ah, now there we go. disconnected pretty easily. Shall we disconnect this now? Seems to be contactors on there. Ah yeah, no, this just flips up, you see? This holds onto the thing by flipping up. Okay, now it's just this. This seems to be glued on. So I don't know, are we supposed to pull on this? Or what? Oh, okay. It was glued on, but it came off pretty easily. So that's that then. Or what is that? Is that more tape? No, that's for the keys. Because the computer is upside down now. So I suppose, now we first have to loosen the screws, of course. We loosen that. Just put the screw with its brothers and sisters over there. Actually, no, we should put them separate. Okay, and then there's another one there. And we loosen the last one. Okay, and it is out. So now I wonder, is the battery now loose? It is indeed, yeah. Alrighty, so yeah, it seems there's the battery now out. And hopefully if we now close up the computer again and connect it to the power, it's still going to work. Let's hope it doesn't actually need the battery to, I don't know what, keep the power or whatever. See, what bothers me, you know what, you see this cable here that we disconnected. I don't think that had anything to do with the power at all. It just looked like it because it went in under the battery, but now that the battery is out, look at it. It wasn't connected to the battery at all. It goes in to, what is that? The speaker. So this is actually for the sound, so we need to reconnect this. So please remember, if you are going to take out your battery, you do not need to take this out. You see there, it does say right, left, right plus, left plus. And there is speaker written there, SPK. I suppose that stands for speaker, but now we need to put this back in. Okay, so now you know, do not remove that one. That is not part of the battery, if you're gonna remove the battery. Also this, what is this actually? See, there it goes, and it goes to, what is this? Oh, this is your mouse, isn't it? Yeah, this is the mouse pad. So that should also not be removed. So remember, even though it looks like it goes into the battery, it does not. It just goes underneath the battery. These things are so microscopically small. There we go. Alright, wow, that was actually pretty difficult because the things are so small. You probably need specialized tools. Let's just have one last look at it. For old time's sake, I suppose this is all the keys. The thing that works the keys. I'm guessing because it's going in there. This is for the spare hard drive that you can put in. Yeah, here I mean. I think it should be safe to close it now. Let's just close this laptop so that we can put it upside down. Everything is clipping back in. It actually clips back in. Doesn't need the screws. But alright, obviously we will put in the screws. Unless I'm still going to buy a battery for it. Which might actually happen. Let me just close this flap also. What is this? I would just wonder about this thing. This is now that metal bit. Is it magnetic or is this screwdriver magnetic? No, it's a screwdriver, yes. Yeah, I just wonder what this was, if it wasn't necessary for something. But alright, we closed it now. Yeah, that's right. Previously I thought they had broken off, but yeah, some of them are really short. So yeah, okay, yeah, that seems to work perfectly. The shorter screws. Okay, and it's closed enough. Here is our battery. I don't know how safe it is to handle. I mean, some of the horror stories online is that this can explode I'm not sure they will explode, but if they do, you probably don't want that gas or fluid or whatever is in there to get onto your hand. Feels quite soft, yeah. I just don't want to puncture it. But yeah, there's the battery in case you wondered what it looks like. So anyway, that needs to now be disposed of as e-waste and not just thrown in the trash, although I suppose most people will just throw them in the trash now. Now, all that remains for me today is to see if this laptop is now gonna work if I connect it to the electricity. Yeah, there you can see there's no longer a bump. It's now mostly smooth and straight. Alrighty, got my power cable and we plug it in there. And the red light is working, so we know there is power there. If it boots up now, we know we are ready to go. It's just so dusty now. But it looks like all this dust came off the keys because I never close it. Alright, it's not booting. Not booting. Alrighty, no, it seems it's not gonna work off the electricity alone. Dead. What does this mean? Well, probably that it does need the battery, otherwise it's not going to work. Which is a pity. Let's just check one more time that something didn't come off, like the little strip that handles the keys of the computer. Let's see. And unfortunately it would seem if there's no battery, there is no power, even if there is power here. Let's just see, the power goes in there, through the cable. No, this strip we did nothing with. This seems to be for the keys, I would say. This white and blue one is still secure. But again, yeah, that's not it. That's for the mouse pad, or what do you call this thing now that there isn't a mouse there? The finger pad. Alright, well, unfortunately it would appear that if you do not have a battery in your CONNEX computer, it's not going to work. Did this little strip have something to do with it? Look at that. This little strip is now actually holding on to the screw, so this strip actually is magnetic. Did it have something to do with something? I unfortunately cannot remember where this went. It was completely loose anyway. Did it need to be stuck on here somewhere? What is that? Is it glue? No, that's not glue. That's metal. I thought maybe that's where it was. Alright, well. See, it's stuck on there by itself. Let's see, I take that out, put that back in, and there we actually get a green light, but again, nothing happens. And the green light went out. And now the thing is completely dead. Yeah. Alright, well, it seems my conclusion now is that the CONNEX is not going to work if you just take out the battery and try to work it off of electricity. It seems you will actually need a battery in there. If I really need to work on this, I suppose I could put this damaged battery back, because it was still working when it was in there. But of course they say do not use the swollen batteries, because they might catch fire or explode or something. Who knows, I've never experienced that. But yeah, I'm rather not going to put that back now. I suppose I should just go to a computer repair shop, see if they have this battery, and replace it. And I hope my CONNEX computer will be just fine afterwards. Because either it needs a battery to operate, no battery, no operation, even with electricity, or we broke it. But no, I don't think so. I think it just needs a new battery. Alrighty, well, hope this was informative and entertaining for you. At least now you know if your CONNEX computer gives you problems, it's most likely the battery. Either it's swollen or just defective. Now hit the like and subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one, when we'll talk about more stuff.